Hello guys, I am Synchrone and today I am doing a talking video where I'm going to be talking about my hatred for the new Runescape and my disgust at Jagex, or whatever the fuck their company's name is, as to why they changed all these brilliant things about this game. So I'm going to start off by saying RuneScape is a MMORPG, it's online based, and it's been gone through a shit ton of updates lately and it kind of fucking sucks. So obviously there's been shit tons of videos about this. You know, is RuneScape dying? People are asking that, and first off I can just tell you it's not dying because like it has like 50k people playing. RuneScape was one of my favorite games back in like 2008 I think I started. I'm not 100% sure on that, but fuck it, you know, it was the game. It's probably one of the games that introduced me to gaming in general. Definitely one of the games that, you know, I'd come home from school every fucking day and I'd be super excited to play it. Now, RuneScape was one of those games where it took a fucking long time to do anything. So, you know, I was playing that 24/7. My mom was getting fucking upset and she was like, you know, stop playing on the PC, do some fucking homework and shit, you know? So I was getting pissed off with that too, and you know, eventually I got a laptop and shit so I could play it. Like literally that was the only reason I got a laptop. Anyway, next up, I started playing around 2008, 2007, not 100% sure. They weren't even the glory days of the game. So from what I've heard, 2006 was the best. Like the best year for the game, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Like, you know, people are like, oh, bring back 2006 game, not 2007. Fuck you, Jagex. Fuck you. You know, apparently Jagex do everything wrong. Now, I'm not completely against them in this. Some updates they've done, they're pretty good. But most of them, I have to say, suck. So I'm going to be running through them now. The first, number one fucking update I absolutely hated was the goddamn one with the 10 multiplication of health and the hit points, or whatever the fuck it was. Right, so now if you had 10 hit points, like at level 10 hit points, you would now have 100 hit points instead of just 10. And I thought that was gay, because, you know, the whole sentimental value of hitting a 4 for the first time, or a 5, was like, fuck yeah, that was awesome. And now you're hitting 50s and 60s, and you're like, you know what, this is fucking gay. So look, that's just the number one thing I hated. It dragged me away from the game a little bit, you know, I wouldn't play for like a week or two, and then I got back onto it. You know, it wasn't the huge difference that people are kind of making it up to be. So I was pissed off at that, but it wasn't the worst, you know, it wasn't the worst at all. However, they didn't really, in my opinion, do a bad update for a good while after that. Now there's probably a couple ones to do with PKing and PvPing, but I don't know them because I didn't PvP or PK back then, because I was like level 5. But one they did do relatively recently in the past year or two was the armor graphic update. Now they first like updated bronze and iron, and then went to steel and black and whatever the fuck the other ones are, and it just destroyed all sentimental value. Now when I say that is, when I see those old school armors nowadays, you know, I think back to the days where I came back from school every day and played the shit out of this game. I remember the first day I got my fucking rune plate body, and I was so fucking happy. I also remember the same day, not the same day, but a different day where I got to level 60. Like combat level 60. To me that was kind of the only thing that mattered. I wasn't like, oh, I gotta be a low combat level so I can PK and all that shit. You know, I didn't even know what PKing was, to be fairly honest. I was just playing the game. And yeah, the fucking armor graphic update came along and was just like, fuck your sentimental value, bitch. And then it all just destroyed itself. So that really sucked. That really was like, ah, well, this game's gonna fucking die, isn't it? About 2 months later, they came out with the idea of updating the combat system. Now, I hadn't even thought they would do something this radical, because I was thinking that's completely out of the question, because the combat system in RuneScape is the only reason I really play it. Like, you know, I'm good at woodcutting or whatnot, but fuck it, I want to fight a chicken or whatever I'm fighting with a normal sword, just one hit after a second or whatever it is. And it suddenly said, fuck it, let's change it, and just make the game completely different in every fucking way. So what did they do? Well, they changed pretty much everything. in my opinion, with that update, with the combat system update and the updates after that, the little ones, they made everything in the game better. They made everything in the game, all the skills better, apart from the combat ones. And the combat level system, that really sucks as well, but I'm not even going to go into that one. Anyway guys, you obviously know how much people hate the combat system. But there's one thing that you might not know. The combat system was implemented for new players of the game. And as you can tell, the new players pretty much fucking love it, right? I guess anyway, that's why they're fucking playing it. I hate it, and so do you, and I'm guessing that you're a player from like 2005 to 2010 or whatever. And I agree with you there, but they won't change the combat system back. There's no way they will. And the reason they won't is because they know that they'll just lose those 50k players at the moment and replace them with an older generation of players from 5 or 6 years ago, which might be less than the amount of players that they have at the moment. So it's a pretty interesting concept to think about. Is RuneScape dying? It is pretty much dying. There's no real way it can get back on track and become a absolute beast of a game, unless of course they come out with a downloaded version where you can download the world, because for some reason RuneScape, being a relatively shit looking game, they did do some graphical updates and whatnot, but it's still pretty shit looking, right? I bought a PC 6 months ago, AMD Radeon HD 7570, not the best in the world, but medium graphics card level, right? I used to be able to run RuneScape on a fucking cardboard box. Now these days, you need a GTX 680 to run that shit. Like, I can't even get higher than 10 frames per second on this game. It is just ridiculous. I don't understand it. It fucks and just fucks my head open. I don't even know what that means. But look guys, I could go on around for fucking ages about this stupid fucking game, how goddamn just stupid Jagex are, and I could literally just rant like a boss. But you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Alright, I'm gonna just say bye bye RuneScape, because it is a piece of shit these days. And a lot of people know it, a lot of people don't. And a lot of people went back to the 2007 thing, which you have to pay for. And I'm not, I don't have that much money. I'm not going to fork out €5 a month to play like 5 hours of the game a month. Because, I don't play it as much as I play other games, like League or whatever. But, Jagex, if there's one thing you should do, in my opinion, is at least update the combat system. I've been reading forums for a while now, and there's a lot of people saying how kind of stupid some things are, and the threshold abilities or some shit are overpowered and all that good stuff. So, I'm saying, Jagex, update it. Maybe you could give us a chance to have a choice in what combat system we use to train. Maybe not to PK, of course, but to train. Maybe you could have different worlds, half of them being the new combat system world and the other half being the old combat system world. That would be fucking sick. But I don't want the old RuneScape. Jagex thinks, okay, well you don't want the combat system, let's give you a RuneScape from fucking 7 years ago. I don't want that. What I really want is today's RuneScape with the beast lore, the very good quests, the new quests, the bigger worlds, the ever updating worlds, just with the same fucking combat system. Because look, RuneScape is now just another MMORPG, except it's laggy as fuck. But it used to be something special, it used to be something different, and that speciality of it is just gone. And there's nothing really we can do about it. So look guys, it's gotten into 10 minutes nearly now. I'm gonna leave you go, and this has been RANT by Finian. My nickname, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is Synchrone. Hope you enjoyed this rant. If you do agree, even if you disagree, write it down below. Some helpful criticism on my fucking commentary skills would be good too. So thank you for watching. Links to everything in the description. And look guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more daily HD gaming commentaries and rants like this one. Have a good day.